Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sahib Sangat Ji, welcome back to the next episode of Charitropakhyan, demystifying Charitropakhyan, where we go through each Chariter and we explore different concepts that Guru Gobind Singh Ji provides to us through these Charitras, through these tales, through these stories. Today, we're exploring a Charitar which historically would fall somewhere between the time period of Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So this is very interesting Charitar, and I hope you enjoy it. So this Charitar starts by Guru Sahib presenting us the mantris, speaking to the king, Raja Charitr Singh, and explaining the 15th Charitar, which is the 14th tale. Yeah, so that's why it says here Chatur Das. Chatur Das means, Chatur means 14. Sorry, Chatur means 4, Das means 10. Chatur Das means 14. Yeah, so this is the 15th Charitar, but the 14th tale. So the mantris are explaining to the king, Mantri bach nripaso kehi bakhan, right? The mantris and the Raja, nrip means Raja, they have this conversation. Sunatarij ka nripak rahe, diye adik tehdan, is Sakhi sun ke o reej gaya. Raja reej gaya. By listening to this Sakhi, Raja Charitra Singh became very happy. Reej means becoming happy. And he gave a lot of daan to the mantris. So he enjoyed this Sakhi himself. Yeah. So this Sakhi or this story, it's about a mom. Yeah. So her name it's gonna be given soon. But so far in the beginning we're told Ek Bimatara Bhan ki Ramdaspur Beach. Yeah. That there's a mom, Bimatra means mom, of Pan. So her son's name is Pan. So I'm gonna write that down here. So her son, his name is Pan. Yeah. And we're given the area as well here. So where do these guys live in? Where does the mom and son live? They live in Ramdaspur. Yeah. So Ramdaspur is the old name for Amritsar. Yeah. So Amritsar da jara purana naam hunda si, oh, this was Ramdaspur. So Amritsar. ਤੇ ਸੋ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਬਹੁ ਪੁਰਖਨ ਸੋ ਰਤ ਕਰੈ ਉੱਚ ਨਾ ਜਾਣੈ ਨੀਚ. So this lady, her husband had passed away. Yeah. So after her husband passed away, or maybe even during the time that her husband lived, she cheated, or she would spend her time with many different people. Yeah. She'll spend her time with many different people, and she'll commit adultery. And once, you know, some time passes in this way, she becomes garbhavati, which means that she becomes pregnant. Yeah, she becomes pregnant. She already has a son. Yeah, her husband had passed away, presumably years ago, and she becomes pregnant. Right now, she's a little worried. Yeah, she's worried, and it says here, "Adik hirday pitar dari." कि अपने हृदय ਵਿੱਚ ਡਰ ਪਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ. She got really scared. ਲੋਕ ਲਾਜ ਜੀਆ ਜਾਨ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਲਾਜ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਲੋਕ ਲਾਜ ਵਾਸਤੇ. ਲੋਕ ਲਾਜ means for the honor of your public image. Yeah, you know, for how you are presented in the public. Yeah, she got very worried that she's going to be presented in a negative light, right? So for this reason, she comes up with a plan, right? What does she do? And now here we're giving her name as well. Her name is Panmati. So her son's name is Pan, and her name, so the mother's name is Panmati. We're not given the father's name who passed away. So she now comes up with a plan. And what does she come up with a plan? She calls over the local area, the local people in her area in Amritsar. So basically the Sangat that live in Amritsar, she calls them more for langar. Yeah, she calls them more for langar. And when everyone comes over, what she does is this: Ja din mere pat mare, moso kahyo balai. She sets up a bed, right? She calls everyone over for langar, but she herself falls asleep, right? She pretends to fall asleep, yeah. And when she wakes up, she creates a scene, yeah. She says that people, listen, like Sangat ji, listen. This is what happened to me when my husband passed away. When my husband passed away, he told me that don't become sati over me, right? Just not yet, yeah. Don't become sati over me because it's not your time, right? You have to take care of our son, Ban, right? Once he's grown and he's able to take care of himself, then I want you to come. Then I'll come. I'll call for you, yeah, in your dream, and then I want you to come and become sati. Sati was a tradition where a woman will basically go on the funeral pyre, the funeral fire of her husband and burn herself essentially. Yeah, and so she's saying that she wakes up from her so-called sleep, right? And she tells the Sangat, says that this is what my husband told me. Now today he came in my dream. He told me that since your son is is um is ready, he's grown, he's a grown man now. I want you to basically kill yourself, right? I want you to become sati now, yeah? I want you to leave this world, right? And come to me, yeah? And essentially, she's trying to run away from the disgrace that she would be given if people find out she's pregnant, right? So instead of maybe that time abortion and all these things were probably not possible. So she is happy killing herself in this way to save her honor, yeah, to save her lok laj. Um, a lot of people, they said don't do it, right? They came around her and they said don't do this, but she said I have to. I'm going to go to Har Rai Puri, yeah. Taate ho Har Rai ko Jarat Kirat Pur jaye. Har Rai, Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji Maharaj da je Nagri si, which was called Kiratpur Sahib, right? So the city established by the seventh Guru, Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji Maharaj, that place was called Kiratpur. Yeah, so this is why I said that this tale is a real tale, and it takes place somewhere between Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji's time to Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj's time. Yeah, so um, she says that I'm going to leave Ramdaspur, meaning Amritsar, and go to Kiratpur Sahib, and over there I'm going to burn myself. Yeah, I'm going to do become a sati over there. Yeah, so a lot of people, they said don't do it, but she, you know, she had made up her mind and she left. And then when she got to her Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji's Nagari, which is Kiratpur Sahib, बहु लोगन देखत जरी एक पग ठाडी सोए हेर रीज रीजक रहे भेद न जानत कोय. Yeah? So in front of everyone, in front of many people there, right? She sets up her funeral pyre, right? She sets up her the place where she's going to sacrifice herself, and she jumps into the fire, right? And Mara says, "Bhed na janat koi." No one could understand the secret behind. No one could understand the deception that she just played. No one could understand the trick that she just played, where she basically trying to get out of this 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 notation that she's pregnant without showing people that she's pregnant. She wanted to kill herself, but no one knew this, yeah. And she died in this way, yeah. At the very end, the mantris, they come and they say sakal jagat mein jo purkh triya ko kart bisas, and in a very strict manner they say that in the whole world, sakal jagat mein, in the whole world, है ना, सारी जगत विच जे पुरख त्रिय को करत बिसास, if someone one were to trust a female, yeah, सात दिवस पीतर तुरत हो तवन को नास, yeah, that in 7 days, yeah, meaning like in just a short span of time, they will be destroyed, yeah, they will lose everything, right? So again, this is a teaching for the Raja who is a male, right? So the mantris are, or Guru Sahib is putting these words into the mantri's mouth to kind of be very strict, yeah, to show him that there's, look, you can have no room for error when you're dealing with a female, right? There's no room for error because they can trick you in a moment's notice. And look how she tricked all these different people. No one knew, right? So what's interesting is that the overlaying story might itself be just Guru Sahib's own Anubhav, right? This is coming out of their Guru Sahib's own imaginations, is coming out of their own creativity, right? This overlaying story. But within this overlaying story, we're finding references to historical stories, right? And so Charitropakhyan, where it might be a a text, a bani for us to learn values of of Gristi life, of worldly life. It's also a place where historians and scholars can come and see different type of events that might have taken place during the Guru's time, yeah, during the Guru's time period. And for me personally, this is a really cool saki, because a really cool tale, a really cool story, because it shows that even during the Guru's time, ਸਾਰੇ ਦੁੱਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਧੁੱਪੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ. Not everyone was washed in milk. What that means is that not everyone was pure. Yeah. So during the Guru's time period, there was people who were doing chal, who were being who were being who were creating this image of deception, right? With the sangat, right? They're deceiving the sangat, right? And stuff like this happens today, where the sangat is deceived, maybe for business purposes or other reasons. But this happened there then at that time as well, you know. So, um, in conclusion, we can see that the names of the son and the mother. So, Pan means sunlight, yeah, and Panmati, the intellect of the sun, meaning intellect of light. Yeah, so she was supposed to have the intellect of light, but Guru Sahib here, beforehand when speaking about them, they called her very. I'll look for the exact word if I could find it. They called her Chinar. Yeah, right here. Badi Chinar Jagat mein Janiyat. The whole world knew her to be Chinar. Chinar means someone who is chanchal, someone who's fickle minded, who doesn't have one concentration, who cannot stay in one place, yeah? Or chal karan wali, someone who plays deception with people, right? Someone who deceives other people, right? So she was already known for this. And therefore at the end, her act, is no surprise then, if when the Guru Sahib is revealing the Sakhi maybe to the Sangat at this time, it's no surprise to them that this person uh, had committed such a deception. Yeah. So Satsangji here, the 15th Chartir, the 14th tale ends here, and because we're not counting the first Charitra, right? When you say 14 tale, we're saying 14 tales because the first Charitra was all about the Ustat of Shakti, the Ustat of Paramatma Shakti, which we didn't go through so far, but towards the end, maybe we'll go through in the series. So, Pullo Chakadi Khima Bakshini ji, and I'll see you in the next episode. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.